Today we're going to be putting injectors in my 2003 7.3 POWERSTROKE. We have the full force diesel 180cc injectors that are ready to be put in this thing. There's no injectors in here right now. Intercooler pipes are off, AC compressor's off. Basically ready to pull the valve covers, get the fluid out of the cylinders, and put all of the injectors in, everything back together, and hopefully get it running. The truck has been off the road for a couple weeks now, and I'm ready to get it back on the road like today, like hopefully in the next couple hours, and possibly gonna be tinting the windows tonight, and we're gonna be putting a straight pipe piece on and get rid of this big old muffler, and it's gonna be a 4-inch straight pipe, so it'll be 4-inch from the front to back. Hopefully get a little bit more of a louder sound out of it because it's race truck. But yeah, we are gonna go do that right about now, and hopefully this thing will be back together like next couple hours. Take a video for startup. Probably gonna run a little rough, it's kind of what they do. Had the hydro tuner for it. So yeah, let's get to work and see how fast we can get this done. All right, so we're gonna start by with passenger side first. And we're just gonna start by getting this valve cover back off. I just have a couple bolts in there holding it in place. I need a 13mm socket. Let's do a shallow 13 for now, with a little extension. None of these should be very tight at the moment. I just have them loosened up there so nothing can get in the valve cover while it's sat out in the yard. Yep, those are not tight. That's what I thought. Them right up here for now. You can do these, but we'll say they're not super fun to do. They're not all that difficult, but there's just some tight spots that's just kind of not super fun to get to. So over the top. Yep, that we need to get the fluid out of these cups. We'll pull the glow plugs out and shoot the fluid out of those. Probably pull that side, pull the glow plugs on both sides, crank it over. It'll shoot the diesel blah 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 out, and then we're gonna clean out all the injector cups, and then we'll put the injectors in, get this side done, and then we'll move to that side, put the injectors in, get that side done, and then put everything back together. So you need a deep 10mm for the glow plugs. Probably a decent size extension. Put this one in there. The ones in the back I do know are kind of fussy to get to. Then we have the ratchet up here. Let's pull these glow plugs out of here. So it's really kind of tricky to find the right socket combination for getting the glow plugs out. Because the rocker arms and stuff get in the way. So we actually need, I think it's in the truck. This is the 10 we need, and it's actually a 1/4 inch. It doesn't got this little lip at the top like the 3/8 drive one has. So it won't get on the, getting caught on the arms. Actually, our ratchet is in the truck also. So let's see if I can get in here without knocking you guys over. This should work a bit better. Also, I would recommend, like, if you're pulling everything apart to do injectors, like, do new glow plugs and everything, because like you might as well, they're right here. And if you're paying for injectors, like glow plugs aren't that much more. I think they're like 8 or 10 bucks a piece. But these glow plugs I put in not long ago. So, just over a year ago, I think. So these are still good, which is why I'll just be reusing these. But I would recommend new glow plugs if you were doing all of this. Because that would probably be like the next thing to go on your truck. Ooh. See, that's why I got this rag to put these on, because I figured they were gonna come out oily. If you own a 7.3, you know everything is basically just oil. It's kind of just what everything is. Greasy, oily. Greasy, oily mess. But we love them. So I love them, yeah. Never gonna rust. There's oil everywhere. All jokes aside, though, I love this truck. I wouldn't be doing all this if I didn't. Got all the glow plugs out on this side. We're gonna do that side now, and then we're gonna crank this thing over and shoot all the oil and fuel that's still stuck in there. My plan for this truck in the next couple years is to pull it off the road. It's got 365,000 miles on it, but it's from Oklahoma, so it's very clean. It's got no rust, and I love this truck. It's the very first truck I've ever bought with all my own money. I've had it since I was 16, and I'm 20 now, and I just love this truck. It's a truck I'll never sell. I'm gonna be pulling it off the road, parking it, putting it in our shop, and pull the cab off, pulling the box off, pulling the motor out, basically strip it down to frame. I'm gonna do a frame off, full powder coat frame, 4-link airbag suspension front and rear, so I can drop it or raise it however high I want, drop it all the way down to the floor. Build the whole motor. I don't want to make it super fast because like it's just, I don't know, it's not really gonna like need to be that fast, but I would like to beef it up a little bit. It's already got like head studs and bigger injectors. I really need bigger turbo. I want to do the fuel bowl delete and just some stuff like that. Clean it up, just get everything color matched and powder coated. And it needs a newer H-pop. Would like to do dual electric fans on it so I can get the more horsepower out of that, considering I won't be towing when it's done, so it doesn't really need to stay cool. Yeah, basically just put a whole bunch of pretty looking parts on it and paint match, powder coat, everything. And make it like an all-around show truck. Like it'll never see dirt, never see anything. Basically just a cool truck that'll last me like the rest of my life. I'm only gonna drive it a couple times a year, but I really want to build it. That's what I want to do. I want to build it. Yeah, though, we've got all the glow plugs out on both sides. We are gonna crank it over time or two. We're gonna shoot the fluid out. And then we'll put everything back together. So, yeah, let's do that real quick. torque this stuff in here now. We're gonna use my 3/8 drive torque wrench. The injector hold downs are 10 foot-pounds and the oil deflectors are 9 foot-pounds. Now we're gonna do this side. Because I broke one. Super easy break. I have a new one. Don't worry, but so I have to be really careful with them. And also, you have to be really careful because you don't want to drop that bolt down into your motor. I would not. Okay, everything's torqued to spec, so now we're just gonna get on the ground and we're gonna crank the motor over by our hand a couple times just to make sure all the fluid's out. So on top of straight piping my truck and putting 180cc injectors in, I'm also going to be pulling all the foil off this hot side intercooler. It's supposedly supposed to wake up the whistle of the turbo a little bit, and it'll clean up the engine bay a little bit because this is just, it's ugly and it's old, and so yeah, let's see how this helps on that vroom vroom sounds. Okay, so unfortunately the F-250 is going to be put on hold yet again for the weekend. My parts never showed up. Not gonna get them till Monday now. Beyond my control. But here it'll sit for the weekend, and then I'll catch up with you guys on Monday and see how much longer it'll take for us to finish it up. And then we'll go from there. Hey guys, so we're back. It's been a full weekend. I got the package I needed with the tuner and the oil deflector. And now we're just gonna put the intercooler pipe back on and the breather, and then we're gonna fire this thing up and see how it sounds with the straight pipe and how it runs with the bigger injectors in it. So I'll give you guys an update once we get that done, but yeah, we're so close, and I'm super stoked to have this thing because it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since I've heard it run, and I love this truck. So we'll be back. Colton, what time is it?
It's time to start this 7.3 up, dog.
First startup time. Let's see. I don't know. This thing doesn't.
See if it works.
This thing doesn't really even start good on like a put together day. So we'll see after new injectors how this goes. So a little update. We're having troubles with misfires on injector 3 and 7. So pulled the valve covers off, did a buzz test. Those ones are buzzing lower, they're misfiring. Checked the harnesses, the connectors, think everything is good with connection. So we're gonna swap 3 to 1 and see if the problem follows the injector or if it stays in the same cylinder. If it stays in the same cylinder, I'm gonna get a new injector wiring harness, and then if it moves, I'm gonna contact full force diesel and see what's up with the injector. Same thing with 7. We're gonna switch 7 and 5 and see how that goes. So pop these things back out, I guess. And the injector cylinders on these are even on driver's side and odd on passenger side, so it's nice that they're on the same side at least, but it still sucks for pulling these things back out. Okay.
It's a 15.
Hey.
What you got?
I don't think those are supposed to be bent.
No, they're not. That's the problem right there.
Yeah.
Let me try and bend them back.
Will they bend back?
Oh, sure.
I don't know if they break. I had trouble getting that connector in the first time. I forgot I didn't plug it in, so I put the intercooler pipe on. So then after you put that on, it's like hard to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So it must be it just caught it a little bit. Bent it over. So, looks like, what was our problem? Bent! Two bent pins. That'll be very, very awesome if that's all that is. You know what else I need?
What?
A Red Bull. Okay,
Buzz test?
I guess. Woo! Sounded better. Buzz test sounded better. Time to put it back together. Go drive it. First drive to the gas station and runs better than it's ever ran before, right, Frankel? This thing has never ran so good. Also, it is really, really thirsty. Like, empty. Dirt roads, obviously, were trashed. So, this thing needs to be washed badly. But it runs so good. We can go do some hot rips with it. Hot takes. See if we can spin the tires a little bit. Ouch. She's definitely thirsty. Cleaned her up. New tint. Looks great. Okay, we're gonna do a corner pull up to about 70 miles an hour. runs it daily. It's pretty good. I still have race and extreme tunes that would be way higher than this, but just testing the waters through all these tunes. Driving this thing for the first time, 2 hours from where I was working on it at to home, and this thing is so much faster than it used to be. It runs so good. Like, I'm talking like you can do like a 50 mile per hour to like 70 mile per hour pull in like no time. It never seems like it's out of power, which I know it's just a 7.3, they're not fast, but this thing is a lot quicker than it used to be. And when I don't even have the radio on, I'm literally just listening to how good this thing sounds. I'm in love with this thing. I love this truck so much, so yeah. 7.3 Beast. Check engine light keeps coming on in tune 6 when you get on it. All the other tunes is fine, so I need to figure that out. 20-year-old 7.3 with 365,000 miles on it.